Francis, so you're the leader of Britain's trade union movement, and the vast majority of trade unions have come out in support of Remain, and all the major unions have done so. But there are lots of trade unions, and they'll be watching, who are supporting Leave at the moment. If we were going to come up with a concise summary of why that is not a good idea for them, for their families, for their communities, what is it?
It's always, for me, I always start with, do I think workers will be better off or worse off in this scenario or that scenario? And for me, it's about bread and butter. And the evidence is very clear. We've done the work, we've done the homework, we've done the analysis. It would hit the economy, it would hit wages, we'd have more rubbish jobs. Less workers' rights, and public services would be under even more pressure. And I worry about what kind of country we would become then. You know, if the Leave camp win on the back of such a dirty anti-immigration campaign, then I worry about what that means for decency in this country. You know, I think we need to take a harder look at who's pulling the strings here, because when I look at the people leading the Leave campaign, like Boris Johnson, Michael Gove, Nigel Farage, you know, they are no friends of working people. Let's be honest about this. They're no friends of the NHS, which they'd love to privatise. They're no friends of workers' rights, which they talk about as red tape and a burden on business and can't wait to, you know, get rid of. You know, we mustn't be conned by them. They're fakes as far as I'm concerned.
Some have argued that because of our membership of the European Union, we can't defend our communities from, for example, when industries are falling into a state of collapse. We've seen a steel crisis recently, and they're arguing that EU rules preclude us from saving our steel industry. What would you say to that?
As long as China was dumping steel at below the price of production, any decent steel industry in Europe was going to struggle. What Europe wanted to do was stop that dumping, and it was our government that wanted to give China market economy status, which gives it free access. So the idea that this was the fault of Brussels when it was really the fault of Westminster we need to put people straight on that. The steel workers know it very clearly, but we need to get that message out. It's very easy, isn't it, for Westminster to hide behind Brussels and blame Brussels for everything that goes wrong in the world, and then claim glory for anything that appears to go right. But we need to be clear that very often it's the other way round.